This is part 2. Make sure you check out part 1. The link is in the description below, or hit the thumbnail right there. What an incredible 2-part series with David, the inventor of Shark Wheel. Subscribe to our channel, like this video, and make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. And thank you so much for watching.
The number one challenge is, how do you manufacture it at a price that people are willing to pay? Nowadays with 3D printing, everything has been turned on its head. First of all, we set our goal at about 10,000. We met our goal really quickly, like within 72 hours.
So this represents failure.
Kickstarter was the greatest thing that ever happened.
You might think this is nothing, but this is revolutionary. What are 3-4 things you could share with our audience who are struggling building a good team? How did you go through about validating this thing right here, right? I mean, I saw the Shark Tank video, you walked in there, their faces are like, what is this guy talking about? This looks silly, to say the least. Yet you validated, you went through some process, and now people are like blown away. Walk us through that process.
So right from the get-go, I had already worked with this shape for a really long time. I already knew it was going to work. I already knew it had benefits. Whether other people were going to see that was going to take some time. It's a square wheel. It's not an optical illusion. It is a perfect cube. It is also a perfect circle. It is also a set of sine waves. It's a hexagon. It's this, it's that. It was going to be polarizing right out the gate. So to try and take something and say, hey, this isn't just a gimmick. This isn't just different. This is actually better. That was the challenge. The fact that it was so polarizing, where people would look at it and go, there is not a chance in the world this rolls smoothly. And then they find out not only does it roll smoothly, it rolls better than a regular wheel. It kicks things out of the way, it cracks this, that, the other. It's faster, it's smoother, just the best wheel you've ever been on. That shift from one to the other is what makes it so great.
How can an inventor, David, set up a mass production for a new invention? I mean, what steps are involved in creating something new, say like the Shark Wheel?
Prior to the last 10 years, if you had a new invention or new thing that you wanted to go out and try, making the tooling and doing all the things to get prototypes done was very, very expensive. Nowadays with 3D printing, everything has been turned on its head. Now you can go and 3D print a mold to make a prototype part. It used to be so hard to enter a market and prototype something, and now it's like, no, you can buy a $200 3D printer that will work for years, and it is an amazing machine.
For 200 bucks.
For 200 bucks.
A 3D printer.
That's crazy.
I didn't know that.
But it's changed the whole world of manufacturing and trying to go to full scale. It's like, well, you got to figure out how to make it correctly first.
Okay.
Then you go to full scale. But 3D printing allows you to do all that rapid prototyping at minimal cost and really flesh it out and make sure you got the right product.
David, let's talk about Kickstarter. How much did you sell on Kickstarter for Shark Wheel? How did you promote it? And what else do you want to add overall about Kickstarter?
Kickstarter was the greatest thing that ever happened. It really was, because as a new product, having that platform to go out on, first of all, we set our goal at about 10,000. We met our goal really quickly, like within 72 hours. And that became the news story. So we were trending on Reddit, we were in the Atlantic, we were in this. They picked it up because, you know, surfer makes square wheel, you know, funds in 72 hours. But the most interesting part of it was manufacturers started calling me, marketing companies started calling me. Every single company in the world was like reaching out to me saying, hey, I saw it on Kickstarter, we can help you make it. Or I can make a box for you to put it in, or I can do this, or I've got an application. So it exposed us not only to potential buyers and people to rate my product and say if it was any good, it was also the people who want to help me make my product and the people who want to help me sell my product. So it exposed me to an entire world of people that I don't think most people understand. Kickstarter does that.
We've got some Blitz questions for you. Why don't we dive into it right away? What is the single most essential step of your morning routine, besides coffee, of course?
Not getting up to an alarm clock.
If you had to send one thing to space as proof of human life, what would it be?
A shark wheel.
I love it. What's your favorite unnecessary device thing? What's your favorite unnecessary device thing?
Good heavens, my laser engraver.
It's unnecessary, okay?
It's unnecessary. It's just pretty. It makes things pretty.
What is an immediate red flag if you are meeting someone for the first time?
I don't want to answer that. But I think the biggest one would be they don't know how to shake hands.
Okay.
That's kind of a thing with me.
That's a good one. What would be the most important quality in a potential business partner?
Oh God, honesty, transparency.
What kind of news would you love to wake up to tomorrow?
Oh, good heavens. I think the best thing would be that, you know, people are coming together and getting to understand that it's all one big system and we're all part of one big thing. And the internet is supposed to be doing that. It's supposed to be helping us all join together, realize we're not different, realize we're not anything other than one big giant collective. So I'd like to see people start getting along a lot better.
Okay, and one last question, one of the weirdest ones, but we kind of like this one. So if the aliens show up tomorrow, they shut every business down, like you probably experienced last year, unfortunately. But this is worse, everybody, and they show up to your door and they say, David, we're shutting you down. What are you going to say to convince them to stay open and continue creating?
I've got the secrets of the universe hidden behind the idea for the shark wheel, so if you shut me down, I'm not going to be able to get that out to everybody. So,
and that will get them intrigued. Okay.
Well, the wheel's crazy enough that I might be able to pull that one off. If I go, look, I reinvented the wheel, check it out on Google. It'll say, who reinvented the wheel? I show up. Why not secrets of the universe?
Let's talk about what's been the biggest challenge for Shark Wheel up to this point, and if there's any other challenges you want to mention.
Okay, so that's an easy one. The number one challenge is how do you manufacture it at a price that people are willing to pay? The idea itself can always be, massaged and done, but how do you make it? And so that was always our biggest challenge. How do we make this wavy wheel in a manufactured way that is very, very similar to regular wheels? Because I don't want to pay a cost penalty. Mm-hmm. I need to make it for the same price as a regular guy. I'm going to charge a premium for my product because I make a premium product, mm-hmm. but I want to be able to manufacture it at the same cost as everybody else. So if I need to go to their price level, I can. And that's was the biggest challenge, figuring out how to tool and make it where you can do it. Now, the cool part of that is once we figured it out, it was reapply, 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 reapply. So we were basically taking the exact same lesson we had learned, and then every single time a new product came out, we didn't have to redo it again. So moving forward, the biggest problem has been removed from our plate. We know how to make it now, and we know how to make it really well. Mm-hmm. Moving forward is, okay, you got a whole millions of markets where they use wheels. What's next? You got to focus. You got to focus and then hit these markets and finish the work, move on to the next one.
You guys, I want to mention something for you. We've got a UpFlip podcast coming up very soon. Make sure you check it out. If it's not up already, it's upflip.com/UpFlip, /podcast. I apologize. And what do we do there? Well, we're going to sit down with people like David and pick their brain and get you all the information that we can so that you can benefit from it. So make sure you check it out when you get a chance. What about these contracts that you have with the military, with NFL, with Olympics? How did you get them? Are you getting paid a royalty? What's the structure look like? Is it a licensing deal? Talk to us a little bit about that.
Super awesome company called Mojo Licensing. We got introduced to them through FedEx. Our FedEx rep knew about them, knew about us, and she said, you guys are like peas in a pod. You need to do something together, because he had all the luggage. I have the wheels for luggage. Mm-hmm. He has all the NFL, NBA, all that stuff, the Olympics, the PGA Tour, military stuff. He's already out there selling bags to those world. I got a wheel that makes his bags a lot better and a lot more interesting to the consumer.
Market, yeah.
Okay, we sell really well.
What's the fee structure look like, if we may inquire about that? Is it?
So I'm not the one that does that kind of stuff, but I know we get a royalty on everything that sells. Most of the time, that's what we're after. We're, when it comes to skateboard wheels, we make it and we sell it, and we're always going to be doing that on our own. But everything else is mostly a licensing play.
R&D and then just licensing.
Yeah, figure it out, show them what size it needs to be. I'm always the one that approves whether or not it's good enough quality to be sold. And if I don't like it, it don't happen, and I'm a jerk.
What are 3-4 things you could share with our audience who are struggling building a good team?
Number one, everybody has to bring their own skill set to the game. You kind of can't have overlapping personalities. You can't have two kings run the kingdom. So everybody needs to have their own skill set, and everybody's got to be a pro. Okay, you gotta be a professional. You gotta show up. You've gotta do, work for the team, not for yourself. So finding people that are self-starters. I don't want to manage people. I don't want to have to tell people what to do. They need to know what to do. Finding those kind of people that fit that thing where you're offering them an opportunity that they want. Okay, I want your skills and you want to be part of this. That's what is the biggest challenge. Now, I'm an old school, I've been around a long time. I've had 2 big companies before this. So I've been through bad employees. I've been through that kind of stuff. This time it's going to be fun or we're not doing it. I don't do the politics. I don't do any of that stuff. We are a functioning team of people, not a hierarchy. It is a group of people that love what they do every day. We all enjoy coming to work passionately, and that's what makes us function.
But resume is still important. Do you look for that details on that piece of paper? Or you just personality?
Sorry,
what do you
man.
know? What's your experience?
Personally, for me, I'll tell you the story of how I hired my CAD programmer.
Okay.
So Larry, who's our CAD programmer, came walking in the front door, and he looked like he was wearing his dad's suit. And and he's 58 years old, and he walks in the door and he looks at me, and I was waiting for the interview, and I said, "You must be the CAD programmer." And he looked me dead in the eye and he said, "No, I'm the CAD wizard." And I said, "You're hired."
That's it.
And I've never looked back. That confidence, you got that confidence to say, "No, I'm the CAD wizard." It was like, "You're my boy."
It didn't seem like it was just like a like a
you
joke,
knew,
when you're
in the tone of people's voice whether they're full of crap or not.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm hoping I come
it.
across that way. But this is how I would have done it back in the beginning, and I can advise people to do that. Say, please God, have a good time.
Right.
Do not do things for money alone. If you're doing it for money alone, you will probably fail in the long run.
Yeah, you guys hear that? Well, that's a wrap. Part 2 is over. I hope you guys enjoyed part 1, part 2. Incredible story of Shark Wheel. Subscribe to our channel, like this video, hit that bell so that you don't miss any of our videos. We do this for you, and we also would love to hear your comments about who else you want us to interview. Thank you for watching.